What's going on YouTube? It's Hassan, and in today's video I just wanted to talk about Fortnite in general and why I haven't been posting as much recently. Now it's pretty obvious that the game is nowhere near as fun and interesting as it used to be, and you can just see that by the amount of people who have quit or switched to Warzone and other BRs. So I want to talk about some of the issues that are stopping the game from being as good as it was, and I also want to be able to speak on as much stuff as possible. So I'm going to split this video into 3 parts. We're going to talk about pubs and just general enjoyment and content creation. We're going to talk about competitive, and we're also going to talk about creative. Now if you guys enjoy this type of commentary style video, make sure to leave a like, and if you guys disagree with anything that I say in the video or you want to add something to it, make sure to tell me in the comments. I'm really interested to see what the community thinks about the whole game in general. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. One big issue with content creation right now is skill-based matchmaking. Why add skill-based matchmaking to pubs when we already have arena? We already have a game mode where if you really want to try your hardest and get better at the game, you can go and play. Why add that to public games? I understand that they want to cater to the noobs and make it easier for them to adjust to the game, but over the past 2 years of Fortnite, all Fortnite has really done is cater to the noobs. Nerfing guns that took skill, taking items away that were too hard for noobs to use. It's just bullshit at this point, and the hashtag remove SBMM was trending a few weeks ago, with even Ninja and Nick Mux giving their opinions on Twitter.
So what are your thoughts on the skill-based matchmaking? I know it's trending, bro.
I'm surprised with Arena being in the game. You don't think that skill-based should be gone? Dude, you're not gonna find more competitive gamers than you and fucking me, homie. But even with that being said,
arenas just have no. The issue with arenas is arenas are just like skill-based matchmaking. It's got to be fixed. It's so broken.
So it's all the same shit. What are they doing? Skill-based should be taken out. Arena should be fixed, and then it's GG's across the board. Everybody's happy. But you know they don't put any attention on it. They don't care. It hasn't been adjusted once.
Just for everyone listening, the reason that if you fix arenas, guys, and make people want to play arenas, and then you remove skill-based matchmaking from the regular games, is that the competitive players, chat, are going to want to play arena.
Right, and everybody will play it, and they'll love it, and they'll stream it, it'll be great.
But the issue is that no one wants to play arena because it takes forever to get games, and there's no reason to play it. So what happens is everyone just plays. So all the top players right now are playing regular Fortnite.
Right.
As you can see from Ninja and Nick Muck's reaction, they feel like skill-based matchmaking is not necessary with arena in the game. With the top streamers and content creators agreeing on this topic, I don't understand how Epic has not decided to remove it. It just makes content much harder to make, and it makes it boring for casuals. And the way that I see it is, if we're going to be forced to play against these high-level players, you can at least give us Siphon for it, so we don't have to farm so much and gain something from killing these high-tier players. It's not fun running around with 50 HP after a fight, knowing the next opponent you find would be just as good, if not better than the last one you fought. So Fortnite, please either remove skill-based matchmaking or return Siphon so we can at least gain something from sweating. Another big issue that content creators are having with Fortnite is the lack of updates and lack of items to use. There used to be so much guns and utility in the game. You had an endless option of loot to use, but now I feel like it's just the same pack, AR, Barrett loadout, and it's so boring. Also, with the lack of updates, the game just gets really stale, and being a content creator myself, I find it extremely hard to make content when there's nothing new being added to the game. This issue has caused many content creators such as Nick A30, Lachlan, and more to make custom and creative content, and things such as fashion shows are the only type of content to make right now. With this type of limit on content, it really makes it more susceptible for content creators to leave to new games such as Valorant and Warzone that have an appeal right now. I feel like if Epic started weekly updates again, it would make it better for everyone because there wouldn't be stupid bugs in the game for too long, and we would have so much more to work with. But instead they give us nothing but a chopper and a season based off recycled weapons. It's just not as fun as it used to be. Another thing that people hate about this whole new chapter is the lack of communication and patch notes we receive. Fortnite was one of the best with responding to the community's feedback in the past, but now I feel like they don't even try anymore. And what really annoys me the most is there was literally no issues with patch notes, yet they decided to take it away. If anyone can tell me an issue with patch notes in the comments, I'll literally give you $10 because I can't see the issue, and I don't know if you guys can, but maybe I'm missing something. At the time of me recording this video, there's a hashtag RIP Fortnite trending, and still to this day, regardless of any trending tweet that goes out about Fortnite, they never change anything. And that is where the issue lies. And even back when we used to have mechs in the game and hashtag remove mechs was trending, they never actually removed the mechs, they just made them unusable towards the end of the season. This lack of communication to the community is so bad, and it's really making the game even worse. If they just told us like, yo, we're saving something big for the future, right now we're gonna give you guys these guns and stuff, enjoy it, we're trying to give you guys as much content as possible, we're saving bigger stuff for the future, I feel like everyone would be more happy because they're being transparent. But the issue is there's no transparency. Dr. Lupo was on the Courage and Nate Shot show show recently, and they talked about why they quit Fortnite, and they also talked about skill-based matchmaking, and they also talked about the fact that they're not in the loop anymore, when apparently in the past they were, and they were told everything in advance of what was going to happen.
Matt, they're like, let's fucking flip it, dude.
Why did you guys quit Fortnite?
We'll definitely still go back to it and have fun on it, but I would literally go insane if I was trying to play that game like I once did back in 2018, 2019, and viewership and stuff like that aside, I just mentally can no longer do 2-minute long build battles with skill-based matchmaking for no return in rank or anything like that. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. The memes and everything like that, you know, there was all those great moments and memories, and I'm sure we'll make more, but there was a time and place for a lot of those feelings, and I think that while I do miss that, man, skill-based matchmaking and always having to sweat and a lot of the fun being taken out of it and just the most hardcore remaining has made it just something that I don't want to play that much anymore.
Dude, it's tough to play the same thing every single day for forever. You know, like at least with COD, you got new Call of Duties, right? You got new games, they iterate things, and as things go on, there's progression, hopefully. Well, and not that Fortnite didn't do that too, but the audience definitely became saturated with it as well. It does kind of stink to not have like even a behind the scenes thing. Like, sorry, chat, I love you. Anybody that watches this after the fact or listens or whatever, but like, there was a time where we kind of knew what was going on. I don't even know what's going on anymore. And
no, at all.
As you guys can see, they really feel like the game is going in a weird direction, and with them even saying they don't know where it's headed, just kind of shows how Fortnite has really lost touch with its community. A lot of other big streamers and content creators have also spoken out about the lack of communication, and it's honestly worse for competitive, but even for casuals, just not knowing what has been affected or changed in the game is really annoying. And for competitive players, they have to figure out what new changes and items might have been implemented in the middle of major tournaments, which should never be a thing. Moving on to my final topic, one thing that Fortnite did best was its crazy events every single season. There would always be a cool event to start off a new season and one to end it, and it was something a lot of players looked forward to. But 6 months later, we haven't seen any major events since the Black Hole, and yes, we did have the Star Wars event, but that was an ad and wasn't something that related to the storyline of Fortnite. It just mind boggles me that we didn't have an event for the first season after waiting for 5 months, and with that being said, I would not be surprised if this season doesn't have an event either. Events aren't just a cool thing to have, but something that brings the whole community together to see what amazing things Fortnite could do. I mean, they literally had a robot fight a sea creature in the middle of the map. Like, I just want something cool to look forward to. Well, that is all the things Fortnite can do to fix casual Fortnite. Let's move to competitive. Now with competitive, there's a lot of major issues that have been making it harder and harder to play the game competitively, and things such as the loot pool and the gameplay itself is causing people to stop playing. The biggest issue I have to say about competitive right now is the servers. I don't think the game has been at a worse state for overall performance, with people crashing multiple times a tournament, to people freezing mid-fight, and to massive packet loss spikes during fights or on a rotate.
My game just froze. Hello?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know.
My game froze.
With even all of these issues, I don't think there's ever been a time where the game has been laggy off landing, and recently it's been so choppy, and with people contesting for mythic PUIs, it just puts you at a major disadvantage if your game gets choppy. I honestly think since this new engine has been a thing, the servers have been 100 times worse, because the servers were not this bad last season, so it doesn't make sense for them to once again wait 5 months to implement this new server and manage to make the gameplay worse than before. And with all of these server issues, they, instead of working on fixing the servers, increase the amount of tournaments by adding weekly solo cash cups and daily duo cash cups and just constant tournaments, which doesn't make sense. I think the best course of action here is to stop all tournaments apart from FNCS and work on improving the servers so that there are no issues for the season finals. My next issue kind of leads in with the server issues and is more of a solution for crashes, and that is to implement a reconnect option so that if your game or PC crashes, you can get back into your game and make it so that your teammate has your card, so if you crash early game, he can just reboot you. This is just an idea, but I really think that implementing some sort of reconnection option would help soften the blow when your game randomly crashes. Another major issue Fortnite has is not drastically separating the loot pools between public matches and competitive games. There should not be mythic items in competitive, and there isn't enough items in public matches for the large majority to enjoy and play with. The competitive loot pool is by far the worst it's ever been, with heavy snipers to miniguns and drum guns, and with a minigun spawning at almost all mythic PUIs, it's just a spray fest and free kills in endgame when no one has mats. sense. As both a casual and competitive player, I would say there needs to be more variety of weapons and items in public matches so people can mess around and have the fun factor that Fortnite seems to be killing with every update since Season X. And with competitive, there should not be any items that the community have already deemed as OP. The final issue I have with competitive is the fact that Fortnite has not streamed a single tournament since FNCS in Season 10. I really do miss the streams from the World Cup, and also the TriML was really fun to watch, and with Fortnite streaming it, it was easier to see everyone's POV, so I didn't miss out on a cool play or a team winning. Now I have to either watch a multi-Twitch or a viewing party, and it's hard for me to catch everyone's game, but Bola and Shio still stream the tournaments on their channels, and I don't see Fortnite supporting them, especially when they don't even have to watch the games. I just really want to see Fortnite support the competitive scene more, because as of right now, I don't see much of that apart from the occasional clip from FNCS on the Fortnite competitive tour. And finally, what you creative warriors have been waiting for. I just wanted to say, you guys are vibing, man. Keep free building to Jupiter. Shout out my guy Beats though, he's the best.